Hello everyone, how are you? How are you doing? It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Um, Today what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk about depression. Basically what it is, how to deal with it, kind of how to get rid of it, so you can move on, get going with your life and everything. But besides that, because that can be a whole big, huge thing, just how do you get to the next thing? How do you move on? Or even how do you get going in the first place? So the first thing is that to understand or have to express what depression is. So, depression is a subset kind of emotions that you've created from your thoughts, from repeated patterns and everything, and those thoughts have created emotions or patterns of emotions that have taken hold, taken root in the body. Because, as we know, thought leads to creates the emotions. Those emotions then have effects on the body, and over, of course, patterns and repeated long periods of time, they can take hold and kind of take place in the body in all sorts of places in all sorts of ways. They'll find their way in places and kind of get stuck, and this is how blockages are created, or one of the ways that you have blockages in yourself and in your system. Yeah, that they're there wherever they may take place. There's a whole system that I don't know too much about. Sure, you understand or you've seen some things about it, but the basic is, of course, that you get it, you understand that it'll create problems for you, or these blockages that'll come up. Depression is one of the forms that this takes. The point is that so it can be created by you, then it can be removed by you. That's the whole thing getting at. That it's a process, it takes time, but it's worth it. Trust me, thank God that it's worth it. Totally 100%, even in the midst of it, it's worth it. It's worth it all the time. It's worth it. So the whole thing is, yes, how to get rid of it, how to get going, how to move on forward from that and everything. Okay. So you know that there is sort of this response that's created in the body that takes place, depression, this weight, everything. I don't have to describe it. You know what it feels like. You know how it is. You've been dealing with it for however long you've been dealing with it. The point is that you have the responsibility to determine how much of your life is affected by it. I know that sounds like a big thing, but if you've ever got past something, you realize not just how easy it was or anything, how much better off you were the fact that you did actually get rid of it and involved with it, no matter even the success or the feelings of joy or anything. But when you look back on it, how worth it was to actually get up and take those steps to accomplish it and get past up. And this is the same thing, and this is probably one of the biggest things. That's why I want to start off with this, especially for you guys. It just affects so much and so many of us all the time, and the fact that we really don't even realize or know about it, and that is inaction. The point of life is to live and to be alive, as simple as it is. There's so many things I can say about it, but that's one of the many awesome, beautiful things, is that it's here and it's meant to be lived. So this is one of the biggest things that I've seen and that you know about too, but just because it gets in the way so much of you living life, and the way it does that is inaction, because you're so depressed, because you cannot get up, because you cannot even move, because you know, anything seems better than where you're at right now, but doing anything is just so difficult. It takes so much, it's so hard to get anywhere. So we're going to talk about it step by step. Hopefully you'll see it'll be a lot easier than you think. So, hello. Yes, so continuing on from there, the whole point is you want to get past it. How to get past it? You have to take it one piece at a time. You can do this best by saying, okay, what's one thing that I can do now, that I can take care of, that I've always wanted to take care of, that's been bothering me for a little bit, that I know that I can, that I'm capable of doing. You can address that and go and do that one thing, and whatever pops up or gets in the way, at least by the end of the day, you can get that one thing done. If you get distracted or it gets to come too much, you can come back to it. If people start asking you to do other things and you have to go somewhere and you end up spending half the day doing something else, you can still, get it done. You can still come back to it. And you embrace those things that come up along the way, because you'll be helping getting those things done. They're there for a reason. and everything kind of comes, together and across for your benefit. So you can do that. And the other thing is that in the process of looking at that thing that you want to get done, you can also take a look at is what's one thing about yourself that you know isn't true, that you know that you can deal with, just kind of like take away out of the realm, out of the realm of the depression, and stop using it against yourself. Stop letting, of course, it, be used against you. You can take that away and get rid of it, and now you've dealt with it. Now you're moving one step closer. Now you're actually doing that thing that you avoided or thought that, how is it going to get done or everything. You've done it, and you've been doing the thing, and you can keep doing, these small little things, these small little steps, because to get out of this is to help yourself, and the whole point is to get going to where you want to be in life, and how you want to be, and how you want to see yourself, be successful, whatever that means for you. But you can do it because you are that person. Not just saying that you are responsible, that you can do it and you're the only one that can do it, which is true, and we know that. Besides that, you are that successful person that you're envisioning yourself as, that you can be and going to be at the end of the day. So you can do it because you are already that successful person, you know what I mean? You are that person now. Not just that you exist, you are. So this has been great. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure for me. Great to do this. I hope to talk to you guys soon in the future, and I will. My name is David Richard Vitolo. It's a pleasure. It's been an honor, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you, and you have a good night. Thank you. By the way, free background usage from free background video loops. This guy is great.